to talk briefly through the Master Any Language mission. Um, I did have a video where I explained why mastering the language, and I talked about different topics, but I wanted to really focus in and get the listener and someone who's listening to this to hear the mission. We'll talk through some of the points and then leave it there. But I think it is important to understand what mastering the language is really set up with Kabuma Ebn collection, what they're designed to do. So the mission is uniting the world community through a language and cultural marketplace. I'm going to say it one more time. We're uniting the world community through a language and cultural marketplace. So there's a lot to be said with that. But in short, we're building a place where people can practice and learn the basics in the language and also gain access to many other programs that offer teaching in that language, many other websites, apps, videos, channels, programs globally that offer that. And in addition to that, the cultural aspects, like what foods are people eating who are from the different countries that speak those languages? What music is being offered? What are some of the highlights? What are some of the traditional things? The clothing, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay? If you remember, the main mission is to create that marketplace. All right? So we're non-competitive. We encourage and we promote any other company or program that's offering that to someone who can learn. Our goal is to get the user to be skilled up, to be equipped, to be prepared for when they're inside of the culture or the situation where they need to use the language, or we want to feel we're helping that person along the way. All right. So, message from the founder: Master any language is a gift from God. Okay. Master any language aims to include all languages. All languages in the world are important. Master any language is not for profit and is a service to everyone in the world. Language preservation is critical to minority languages, and there are a lot of them. Okay? Master any language is set up to help and will continue to design for the following. Refugees series about learning the host language or another language, for example English, to leave the host country or assimilate. For language preservation interest, let's say we have elders trying to keep the language alive and teach the younger generation. The younger generation feels that need to keep it alive out of respect for the elders or the culture. We're designing for people trying to learn their own cultural language, like reading and writing, for example, for preservation and depth of knowledge. We're designing for someone interested in learning a target language due to circumstance, relationship, missionary work, spiritual understanding in the language, general awareness, or maybe they're a language enthusiast. Okay? And we're designing as a primary step to introduce and provide support and representation of all languages that exist in the world. All right? So this list here incorporates and includes language, yes, we believe in giving access to practice and learn the basics so that that person is prepared when you're faced with situations that really have the language. And we try to uh, make the bar of learning really low so someone can come in and start playing games and simple games and tests and matching and things without knowing all the rules in the language so that you can get prepared. Let's say you're going on a trip to a different country and you'll be there for a week. We want to try to provide some tooling that gives you a way to practice, let's say, the numbers, or before you go to the trip, so that you're familiar with it. That's a goal. So, Enterprise Matchmakers has designed Mastering the Language to help unite the world community through a language learning and cultural marketplace. What is our vision? Our vision is to become one of the most trusted and recognized resources in the world for language learning. We operate based on trust. Okay? The things that we're providing to the global community are public, free access, and designed to help someone to really skill up on specific areas and practice and be there. And we believe that continuing to do that will help us to arrive here where we're trusted and where Mastering the Language is recognized for language learning around the world. All right? So our wonderful God has blessed me with a gift full of life and experiences, and you can read this on the site. But I do thank God for everything that I'm able to share with anyone listening. Definitely, this has been a gift from God Himself, and it's a lifelong responsibility to bring all of these things together on a project and to provide it to the world. There's a lot of help that's been involved in doing all the Mastering the Language, but I'm personally thankful to God for everything He's given to me, and for the gift, and and for His Son Jesus Christ, who died for the sins of the world, and because of that, I can be forgiven. And Christ, who I believe is God, Jesus Christ is God, and was here, in my opinion, in my belief, is the one who's been guiding me along the way to help drive this project. So I'm grateful for any feedback to make this project more helpful to others. We've gotten good feedback, a lot of feedback, and we've been able to correct some things on the site and in the approaches we're taking to make sure that it's fulfilling the mission. Last thing I'll say, because you can read all about this on the website, what makes us important. I think by now, listening, if you've listened this far, you're going to understand this fits right in. Again, our vision is to become one of the most trusted and recognized resources in the world for language learning. We lead by trust and consistency. Those are our guiding lights. That's what we're trying to provide, and that's what helps us to make decisions on what content we're including, how we're designing things for people to learn. Right? We care about culture. We care about people. We want to teach. We care about education. Okay? And we know that language is important to our global society. We know it. We want to help. And the fortunate thing is we are technologists that believe smart systems can aid with teaching some fundamentals aspects of language learning. Things like numbers and colors and some basics, phrases and things can we believe technology can help. We're doing it. It's already being done around the world in many different programs and apps that have been created and um, websites. But we do fundamentally believe that having that system there always available is very helpful. So we've built a smart system, masteringthelanguage.com, to assist with teaching languages, and it is already being used around the world by a number of different kinds of people uh, for their own reasons and purpose. Okay? I'm going to stop there. Thank you for listening. Thank God for what mastering the language has become. And just stay tuned because it is building up. There's a lot more here. It's a big mission, okay? There's a hefty amount of work involved, but we're making the steps to achieve this, okay? Uniting the world community through a language and cultural marketplace. Bye-bye.